What's poppin', YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Astro Finesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie, back with another video for y'all. And in this video right here, we're gonna be talking about a brand new series, talking about when you have Uranus in the sign of Aries. And pause for the cause. If you don't know how to find your Uranus placement, if you're a new subscriber, if you're just starting off your journey of self-love, self-knowledge, self-understanding, self-awareness, if you don't realize why it's so important that you have to stress this every single video for the new people. You have to look at your birth chart, you have to study your birth chart, understand yourself, and to love yourself through astrology by learning about who you are, how you're made up, how the universe and the planets were positioned when you were born, and numerology too. But if you're just starting off your journey, don't worry, I got you. There's a couple of videos, I'll put the link in the description. You have to watch them first to become hip to the knowledge of what I'm about to talk about right now. So if you look at your birth chart or your natal chart, it's the same thing, and you realize you have Uranus in the sign of Aries, or if it's in the first house, you will also resonate with this video heavy. This video is for you. So without further ado, let's just get it popping, shall we? Now you already know, before I start, I'm gonna give y'all a list of some celebrities so y'all can visually see what Uranus and Aries people look like and act like in reality. Then I'm gonna have a list of celebrities that have Uranus in the first house. So to start, we got Nina Simone, Maya Angelou, Quincy Jones, Larry King, Little Richard, Audrey Hepburn, Martin Luther King, Elvis Presley, Andy Warhol, and Ray Charles. And now these are the celebrities that have Uranus in the first house. We have Johnny Depp, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ariana Grande, Kylie Jenner, Jay-Z, Morgan Freeman, Eddie Murphy, Janae Aiko, Kate Winslet, and Jessica Biel. Alright, so boom, Uranus in Aries or Uranus in the first house. First of all, what does Uranus mean? What does it represent in your birth chart? So for those that don't know, Uranus is a planet that represents rebellion, represents going against the grain, represents kind of like mixing things up. It's very disruptive to the peace, I would say. When I say peace, to things being the same and mundane, Uranus comes in and just kind of like shakes things up unexpectedly. So it's like very disruptive to things that are like very even peeled, the same, traditional. It breaks traditions. It's a planet that rules Aquarius. So when you think about Uranus, think about Aquarius energy, how Aquarius energy is very eccentric, very different, very out there, just very themselves, individualistic. And the most important thing for Uranus energy is freedom. Freedom to express themselves, freedom to do what they want, freedom to have their own kind of mind, freedom to have their own kind of ideas. So the planet Uranus in your birth chart, and I keep stressing this on my videos, to look at the sign that it's in this case it's Aries, so that's the energy. To also look at the house that it's in, because that's the area of life that it kind of pertains to you the most. Uranus moves 7 years to a new sign, so it's like a generational planet. So it's not as effective as your personal planets, unless it's like with another planet, unless it's like with another one of your personal planets, like your sun or your moon, if it's conjunct in the same house. But look at the sign that it's in and the house that it's in, because you will have the same Uranus placement as those in your generation, but in the different houses, what makes y'all different and how it aspects in other charts. I'm not trying to get too deep into that for the beginners, but basically Uranus is the planet of rebellion, going against the grain, how you like to express yourself unconventionally, very unsuspectedly. Think of Uranus as lightning. When it rains and the thunderstorms, you don't know when the next lightning is gonna come, but when it comes, it's unsuspected, it's quick, it's loud, you feel it. So Uranus is just like that spark of jolt of lightning that comes unsuspectedly. Now what happens when you have Uranus in the sign of Aries or Uranus in the first house? You already know that Aries energy is the first sign of the zodiac, so it represents the I am energy. So it's the way you express yourself outwardly. So especially those that have Uranus in the first house, this is what you will see from them when you first meet them, because this is what they're projecting out. It's the I am energy. So Aries wants to express himself. Aries is all about the self. Aries is all about the body. Aries is all about being independent and low-key selfish. So what Uranus does is it makes you want to express yourself against the grain from your environment, from the natural norms, from your traditions. So these are the people that you see them, and you could strikingly see that they want to dress different kind of hair, different kind of hair color. They just want to be like themselves in a more free, radical way. It can have extremes to this because Aries is already impulsive. Aries is already selfish. Aries already wants to do its own thing. Aries already has its mindset on a goal, so it's very headstrong and kind of stubborn in a way. So adding Uranus to this factor is like you will be doing this in a very straightforward manner of you want to do your own thing, your own eccentric, different way of doing something, but it has to be like your own original idea. Y'all have the best way of creating original ideas to fulfill your goals, to conquer a new mission, to do what you want to do. You have like your own original way of doing it. So Uranus here makes y'all express yourself in a very eccentric, erratic, different, unconventional, untraditional way. So be aware of this factor about yourself, that to y'all, freedom to express yourself. Remember, Aries is about the self, the I am. To express yourself is the most important thing for y'all. Y'all do not like to be seen as following the norm, following the grain. Be aware that you can high key be very unreliable. When I say unreliable, it's that your attention span for something, because Uranus is always quickly changing, unsuspecting changes. Think about Pluto, how Pluto changes from chaotic events. Uranus changes from unsuspecting events. They both have that mystery to it. Uranus is like quick, unsuspecting, untraditional, just weird and eccentric, and then Pluto is like dramatic and dark and transformative. So for y'all, having Uranus in Aries, or Uranus in the first house, quick, unsuspecting occurrences can happen to you obviously easily. But when you're expressing yourself to other people looking at you, it's like, whoa. It's like y'all just have a way to just unsuspectingly, quickly, erratically, eccentrically just be yourself and be different. So embrace your individuality, like I always say. Embrace the fact that you need to have your own freedom to be self-expressive. These are the type, like I said, to change their hair colors randomly. Y'all go through eureka moments randomly, and you can change your whole vision of where you want to go. So when I say y'all are not reliable, it's that y'all could be doing something, y'all have a goal, y'all working towards it, and all of a sudden the lightning strikes, the bell dings on top of your head. You have like a eureka moment. You have a sudden burst of like inspiration when it comes to an idea, and you can completely change your whole way of living, your whole way of expressing yourself, your whole way of dealing with people, because it's in the first house, or it's Aries energy. It's like in your face. It's the I am energy. So y'all could constantly be changing your life unsuspectingly, dramatically, quickly, just like that. Uranus is very disruptive, so understand that. So what makes y'all feel the most comfortable within yourself, makes y'all feel the most whole within yourself, is when you're able to be in situations that grant y'all freedom, that grant y'all the way to express yourself freely, to do what you want. So understand that if you're a parent and you have a child that has Uranus in the first house or Uranus in Aries, understand that that child, that teenager, that whoever it is, wants to express himself by the way they look, because Aries is about the body. So if you're the parent that's like always judging your kids on what they're trying to do, or always like kind of bullying them or adamant on what they look like because you want them to look a certain way, you want them to look like in a traditional way, understand that that child, that person, or it could be you, the way that Uranus works, it just wants to break the rules. It just wants to go against the grain all the time. Like, remember, all the planets are sitting upright. Uranus is the only planet that's like, nah, I'm about to break the rules and do my own thing and go on the side. So Uranus always wants to break the rules. So the more you try to like instill structure, instill tradition, and still trying to do the same thing for that person, Uranus automatically just wants to rebel and break against that. So I'm saying this to say that understand that that person, that child, or you really wants to express yourself in the most individualistic way possible, and that's physically through the way you look, through your body, your hair, the clothes you wear. These people are types to wear like bright colors, or just very eccentric in the way that they look and dress. Like, look at Johnny Depp. He has Uranus in the first house. Look at his style, the way he dresses in movies and even in real life. He's just very out there and eccentric. So Uranus just likes to be out there, eccentric, and it needs freedom. It does not like conformity. It does not like being stuck in one thing. It does not like following the rules. So keep that in mind for yourself. When you feel like you're agitated, when you feel like you're anxious, it's because like you have a feeling of like I want to do what I want. I want to express myself the way I want to, but my environment is constantly trying to force me to follow the rules, to be content, to be in the same thing as everybody else. So expressing yourself is the most important thing for Uranus and Aries. Uranus in the first house. Be aware that in your life, you will constantly be having drastic, unsuspected changes a lot. Uranus does things drastically, unsuspectingly a lot. It disrupts the peace. So keep that in mind, that you're going to constantly be reinventing yourself. You will have a lot of eureka moments, a lot of things that changes your way of viewpoints, the way you express yourself, the way you look at things, the way you express yourself in dealing with people. You will have a whole different viewpoint of life, because Uranus will just spark ideas into your mind. The lightning will strike and you just have a complete jolt of energy to do something different. Keep in mind though, having Uranus and Aries is very selfish, very self-centered. So you could be very into yourself and so against the grain, purposely putting yourself against the crowd, just always by yourself, doing your own thing to the max, that it's like, yo, this person is just so, you could be overly eccentric and overly against the grain, basically is what I'm trying to say. Be against the grain though, be different, love yourself, express yourself differently, but don't go overboard to the point that you're like, kind of purposely pushing people away to the max, and you're like, oh, I'm by myself because I'm so different and eccentric, and you won't be really growing as a person in that way. Only certain people know what I'm talking about when I say that. So doesn't apply to everybody, but you know what I'm talking about, to those who I'm talking to. But all in all though, y'all want to look different, be different, express yourself differently. Uranus just wants to shake things up. So keep that in mind for these people. If you're friends with these people, if you're dating this person, understand that they need their freedom to express themselves. Don't be surprised when you wake up one day and they change their hair, when they change their look, when they change something. Don't be surprised when they change drastically in their life, because that's how they feel comfortable. Uranus doesn't like to do the same thing all the time. So keep that in mind for this placement. Express yourself freely, be who you want to be, but don't be too impulsive and too quick to changing that your life is not really organized in a way too. Everything has a balance, everything has a give and take in a way. So just understand your chart to look, all right, look, I have this placement, so I know that in my life these things have happened. I know that I like to express myself in a certain way. So use this information and to apply it into your life to make yourself the best version of yourself. That's all astrology is to look at yourself, to understand your aspects, understand your planets, understand your energy, and to look at that blueprint and to make yourself the best version of yourself in reality. So that's what I have for this video for Uranus and Aries. My next video is going to be Uranus and Taurus. You already know I'm about to go in. Your boy's back to regular scheduled programming, so about to go back to these video every other day of the week kind of thing. So if you have subscribed to my channel, you already know I appreciate all y'all for real. We have grown tremendously from when I started. I didn't even understand how and why this is happening so fast. But then again, it's like when you're speaking truth and you're doing yourself, being eccentric, being different, going against the grain, just being yourself, you attract a lot of abundance. So I'm trying to set the example for people, and I appreciate all y'all that are here rocking with me. But if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and handle that one time for your boy. Don't forget to drink your water, mind your business, and be safe out here. It's your boy, Finesse Jiggy Hippie. I'ma see all y'all when I see y'all. Peace.